GM. GM. So, um, there was a really total. I'm going to do Bitcoin. Um, this will be a shorter video. The day level's a bit longer. I don't have any. My trades are already set. I've told you, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I'm trying to FUD Ethereum into going up by giving it shit. Bitcoin looks really good. As I said, the 1st of January flows were immediately positive. So this is important. Pumped right off the open. That shows in latent demand. Like demand is there. We pump straight off the open. That means that January 1st, yes, people were the automatic, right? The algos, the automatic buying was right away green. What's the prediction for the year? Green. Buy Bitcoin. And up it goes. Obviously, runs up, comes all the way down, takes those stops. Really nice. Anyone who longed it, like an idiot thinking that they could put their stop loss there, got taken. And now we still have, I'm not saying we can't go below these lows. Absolutely, we could. But I wouldn't be surprised if we go up for even a few weeks first and then come back to that later. What you have to remember is, like, if Bitcoin goes like up to fucking 50 and back to 40, those stops are going to get taken anyway. And whatever. I'm not saying there's no pullbacks, and this isn't the point, but you get the idea. So, looking more so at Bitcoin in total 2 to compare Ethereum and total 3 to compare alts. Up we go. Total 2 and total 3 at the bottom. I like doing this. Visualize. There we go. So BTC has obviously made no new highs since the 8th of December, but it's been compressing, right? So there's a big difference of whether a lot of people are like altcoin, because I'm the one who've obviously told you, like when altcoins lead, that's a bad sign if it goes on for too long. I was like, yeah, you don't want altcoins leading for too long, but the price action of Bitcoin is important. Bitcoin wasn't weak. Altcoins leading after Bitcoin weakness is a red flag. Bitcoin was not weak. It sold off with a quick leverage flush, and it's made higher lows ever since. So many people just really overlook the fact that Bitcoin, like higher lows, is incredibly bullish. That is literally demand, demand at a higher price, demand at a higher price. Don't overthink it. When you're a trader, you get into this mindset of, oh, there's no sweep, so it's not bullish. It has to sweep to be bullish. No. A bullish market goes like this, right? A trader's market, they want it to go like this. Sweep, and away we go. If it has to sweep, it's weak. If it has to sweep stops, there's no real demand. It has to take leverage stops. There's just still genuinely demand for Bitcoin, right? Now, it's been held below 45 for obvious reasons. But now as we get the OPEX out of the way and we're going towards the ETF, Bitcoin's set to take center stage again. And the alts ran first, right? So alts took the first opportunity they could to break out back on the 20th. At this time, total 2, which would be like Ethereum dominated, was lagging. Bitcoin pushed up and didn't make a new high. So this is where total 3, the altcoins, started to lead, mostly led by Solana. It ran all the way up, and then Ethereum took over here, right? So total 3 lagged. Ethereum had a big move up, and of course, Bitcoin still stayed lower. But now, since then, you've seen total 3 kind of consolidating nicely sideways. You've actually seen Ethereum a bit weaker, and it is such a cuck of a coin, and Bitcoin has just continued building up its strength. So that doesn't, there's nothing here tells me that there's anything tops or anything to worry about. The focus should be back on Bitcoin. I mean, it's now January. It's the 1st. We are days away from the ETF. The news cycle, the hype cycle, the fucking shillers, the podcasts, the articles, it's all just about to go insane for BTC. The FOMO's coming. So FOMO doesn't always equal higher prices, but it's really hard to see how this doesn't go up. It can go down after. I just don't like. There's no logic, and you're not smart to try and say that it's going to go down from here. It's just not smart. People are like, yeah, but it'll be a flush to 38. Blah, blah, blah. There doesn't. They've tried the flush to 38 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It's tried to go down. The reason it hasn't gone down is because the fucking ETF is still ahead of us and people are bullish, so they're still buying. The second that the ETF goes live, right? The second it goes live, which let's just imagine it's a week after the approval. Let's say it's Monday the 22nd, right? So we get our approval on Monday, then it goes live. At that point, anything can happen. We can go to 40, we can fucking teleport to 34. No, I don't think we'll do that, but we could, right? So, but it's just, if it's not like it hasn't tried that. This is the thing. It's not like we haven't tried to go down. There's been many high volume, high liquidation sell-off events, and they keep getting bought up because people are bullish until at least the 10th or whenever it goes live. So I just wouldn't fight the market at this point. And when I talk about the alts not being a massive concern, I showed the example of 2020, right? 2020, the alts led, and it was a bullish sign. The alts led because that was people coming back into the market after a brutal bear and wanting to reallocate. I think that's what we're doing now. It's not overly euphoric on alts. It's many of them are just rallying off their bear market lows. That's not euphoric. That's positioning for next cycle or this cycle, right? That's positioning for the next 18 months. When it matters is when the Bitcoin primary narrative ends, and most importantly, when Bitcoin finally shows some weakness. So wherever that comes from or whatever it looks like, let's imagine it just goes like this, up, and then we go down, and then there's a bounce on Bitcoin. This part here is where alts will run super hard, and that's where you're like, probably over, right? Because you've seen real weakness. You'd seen a move up and a rejection and a break of structure and then a complacency bounce. We don't have any of that yet. Bitcoin is still just so strong. It's ridiculous. Now, it doesn't mean that that can't all change very fast. We did the exact same, although this is way stronger now, but we did something similar over here. We rallied up. And so could it do that? Just a bit wider. Let me see, just a bit wider to make sure. Right? Can we pump up? Reject back? Weakness? Sure. But also, it's compressing, again, for like 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks now. This is compressing for a big next leg. And probably then some kind of distribution begins. And then we drop back. Right? But who knows? Not here to predict exact price paths or whatever. Just understand, this is still strong. And it's strong until proven otherwise. So, that's it. GM.